Alright, what's good guys? So this is really a how-to guide on how to go from noob level to Elite Smash. And by noob level I mean we're talking like, you picked up the game of Smash recently from like your local GameStop or something. And by Elite Smash I mean there's a mode in Smash Ultimate called Elite Smash, and this is something that I believe, I could be wrong with this, the top 10% of players you generally unlock. And there's a certain thing called GSP, and generally speaking, people with the top 10% of GSP normally get into Elite Smash. So this is a how-to guide, how to go from noob level to Elite Smash level. All right, in terms about myself, I'll talk more about that at the end. But anyways, let's get right into it because I know this is what you guys came here for. So first step is you want to learn the basic movements. So for example, how to run, dash, grab, recover, roll. The most basic movements, dash dancing, you want to do stuff like that because, that sets up the rest of your game, right? So this is like learning how to recover, the up, for recover, you would do up B. For a jab, you would just press A. For shield, you would press the left and right bumpers. For grab, you would press Z. Stuff like that. You want to learn those fundamentals and, do really well with those. And once you get those basic fundamentals down, you can learn stuff that are more advanced like DIs, techs, and short hops. And another general rule of thumb that this game typically follows is that a shield will beat a jab, a grab will beat a shield, and an attack will beat a grab. So the next step is to pick main. So what a main is basically your main character, the character that you'll primarily be playing. And this is, generally speaking, this will be your best character. So generally speaking, you want to pick a main that picks your playstyle, and your personality. So, for example, I have a friend. He's kind of, what's the word for it? He's more of a campy person, right? And he's not someone he's less aggressive, and he likes to do things from a distance. So he picks Samus. And for me, my personality, I'm a little more aggressive. So I picked a character that was more suited to my personality, which was Lucina. So I think this really depends on, this is more of a personal preference and what your personality is like. But ideally, you want to find a main that matches your personality type and your play style. And if you do that, you're in a good place. But this, again, it's easier said than done because I know a couple of my friends who, they like a lot of other characters, but they never decided on one, and he has like a list of characters he wants to pick for his main. So this is easier said than done, but it is still important to pick a main. And, it might take you a while, but ideally you want to pick one. So that's the second step. So the last step, step 3, and this is probably, in my opinion, I would say the most important step. This is a lot of gameplay, and this is probably the part where you will learn the most and this is probably the hardest part too, because sometimes this game can be kind of frustrating. So like, the other day I played this King K. Rool. He used his side B special to suck me when I was trying to edge guard him, to suck me out of the stage. And there's things that I learned every day about this game. And I thought it was kind of a cheesy kill, but it was very smart regardless. So playing a lot of games and grinding is very important. So the first thing I recommend you start doing is start playing quick play. You get a lot of those, once you learn your fundamentals and have a main, you want to use your main and then do a lot of quick play. And if you want me to be completely honest with you, you will likely lose a lot. And one thing you should do is record most of your matches and watch them again to see what you did wrong, and possibly even ask for feedback. So like, for example, my first few games on quick play, if you want me to be completely honest with you, I lost like most of them. And what I did was I recorded them, and I sent it to one of my friends, and he told me what I was doing wrong, and I made sure not to do that for the next game. And another thing I think that's kind of missed, that's kind of important about this, is probably rematching your opponent if you lose. So normally a lot of players, it's understandable, by the way, what they do is if they lose to a player that's better than them, they generally don't rematch. I'm going to say the opposite. If you lose to a better player, you should rematch them. And if you rematch them, you'll learn something because they're better than you, and you can watch what they do as well. So that's really important. And another thing, the next step you can do after that is attending your locals. Once you have a sufficient amount of gameplay, you can go to your locals. And obviously, right now maybe locals, it's tough to go to your locals, but like, go play other players and just get some feedback for them. And just because the way I made a dramatic improvement once I had my friends tell me what I was doing wrong. So really going to your locals and also even attending Smash GG tournaments. Those players are really good, by the way, but generally they're pretty nice to you if you ask them what I did wrong after you lose. So they generally give some pretty good feedback. Another rule of thumb is that like at the beginning your mistakes are going to be like really obvious. So by obvious mistakes, like that means you may forget to recover, right? You may forget the upbeat button. You may forget to you may be overly aggressive and that leaves you a lot of openings. So like really obvious errors are expected when you start off. And then once you'll know you start getting better when you start making more subtle mistakes. So my mistakes now are like more matchup mistakes. So for example, I don't really hold shield sometimes during certain matchups, during certain attacks. So you'll see that as you progress from not as, a beginner player to a more advanced player, you'll find out that your mistakes are becoming more subtle. So and if your mistakes start becoming more subtle, more specific, it means you're on the way to Elite Smash. And generally speaking, as you get better and better, your GSP will naturally improve. So, my GSP was like 60K for a period of time, and like, I watched my clips and I see what I was doing wrong, and then that gradually began to go up to 100K, and then got to like 1 million, then 2 million, then now it's at 8.6 million. So really, it's pretty. If you take all the steps to like improve, you should see results. But another disclaimer I should mention is that like it's not easy. So realistically speaking, you will probably get frustrated during this process because some people expect to see growth right away, and it's not that easy. I mean, there's times where I'll be honest, I've straight up rage quit because it gets frustrating. But like the most important thing is the mentality, and if the mentality to keep improving is more important than the actual result, which that's something that's not said, but I think learning what you did learning from your last match is more important than actually winning the match. So, and not making the same mistake twice is also very important. So really, the mentality of always wanting to improve and getting better rather than worrying about the win or loss is more important in this case. So once you do this enough times, you should gradually get your way into Elite Smash, and that's what worked for me. Last thing is, thank you all for watching, and I'm going to introduce myself at the end. And that's not really something that a lot of people do, but I do this because I figured I'd get the meat of the material done first, because you guys are more interested in learning, so I don't want to waste your time by introducing myself. I figured you guys want to get started right away. So, my name's Steve Wu. My gamer tag is C-Stick Warrior. I'm Elite Smash Lucina player. My secondaries are Palutena and Pyra/Mithra. And, it's kind of, for me, this is, honestly, I started playing this game as a complete joke, if you want me to be completely honest. Like, I was at one of my dorms, we were just chilling, and then, I see a bunch of people playing this game, and I decided to just check it out. And, I started, I kind of, started liking it because what I would do at the beginning, I'm called C-Stick Warrior because I would just forward smash people. Like, in a group, like, if there's like 4 people playing, like what I would do is I would just camp, and then I would, like, when people weren't expecting it, I would just like forward smash them. And like that, that got under people's nerves, but like I had a real kick out of it. So like I really started this off playing as a joke. This past year during the pandemic, I thought to myself, why not try to get a little bit better? There's a buddy who kept beating me, and I figured to myself, let's try to actually get a little better and see how good I can actually get. And I have some other videos uploaded here, and it's not too bad. If you want to check it out, go ahead. I have a couple of my sample plays down. So yeah. So other than that, thank you for watching, and peace out.